Hello, everybody. Happy Halloween. It is October 30th, the day before Halloween, and I am Chef Val. And there was some, boy, I'm echoing. Hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, so there was some confusion with Restream because they're always constantly improving and upgrading stuff. And it was time for me to go live, and I couldn't go live. So I had to create the event all over again. And so probably people that were trying to join with the link that I had shared to everybody can't join now. Thank you, Restream. Greatly appreciate that. I don't understand why they have to keep doing all these crazy things that, don't even make sense. And you're supposed to understand it, I guess. So now I'm trying to find my video to make sure that it is live on my channel, because I don't see it working right now. No, it's not on my YouTube channel. Great. So it's only on Facebook. Let me see here. It says that it's on YouTube, but I can't find it. Hold on. Sharon can't get in. Of course she can't. See, somebody's trying to see me. Yeah, so yeah, somebody was trying to get in, waiting for Chef Val. Yeah, well, I've already started the feed, but nobody can see it on my YouTube channel, and I don't know what to do about that. It should be live on Facebook or and YouTube, but it's not, and I don't know why. I am okay. Oh, Sharon says just got on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Hey, Sharon. I had problems at the beginning of this feed trying to go through Restream. So you are seeing me on YouTube, Sharon. So can you just confirm that and say yes? That would be great. Because I can't find it on YouTube. I can find it on Facebook. Oh, technology is so much fun, isn't it? And again, I'm sorry for this brief interruption. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, Sharon just got on YouTube. So I'm going to assume that Sharon can see me on YouTube. Yes, thank you, Sharon. Thank you, thank you. All right, now I can officially actually begin without that craziness, right? So as I was explaining, Restream changed some stuff, and at the last minute I was trying to join and I had to recreate the event, and it was very confusing. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, Sharon. Glad you're here. Happy Halloween. It's October 30th, 2024, and I am coming to you from the beautiful state of Michigan. That's where I live. And we've had unseasonably warm weather. And today, I didn't check the weather. I think it was like 75 and a couple of, it's like really up there. But it's Halloween. So there's lots of leaves blowing around, and it's very colorful here, which is a lot of fun. Yes, but you can't hear me. No, Sharon, I can't hear you. When I do the Facebook and YouTube live, all you can do is just type in the chat, which I greatly appreciate you chatting with me. It's different when you attend a cooking class and I'm live on Zoom. See, that's the difference. When you attend one of my cooking classes and I'm live on Zoom, you and I can talk to each other. But when I do a live video through Restream that's on Facebook and YouTube, I can't talk to you, but the chat works and you can type in the chat. In fact, anybody who's tuned in, go ahead and put in the chat, hello, where you tuned in from, tell me what state you're in, tell me what the weather's like there, I mean, the whole purpose of going live is to interact with your audience. And the more people that like your video, that share your video, that comment on your video, that chat on your video, it gets the algorithms up. And more people have the opportunity to see your video, okay? All right, so I'm going to do a couple really easy treats today on the live video that you can make featuring chocolate, because that's everybody's favorite. And some of it's chocolate peanut butter, because chocolate peanut butter is my favorite combination. What's your favorite combination when it comes to treats? You can put it in the chat. And you know what? If you're not watching this video live, I still get notified when you comment on the video. So go ahead and, comment and put in the chat. What's your favorite treat combination? Mine is chocolate and peanut butter. Some people like caramel. They like chocolate and caramel. Now, some people like nougat. I am not a fan of nougat. Even when I wasn't eating, vegan, organic and everything, I never liked nougat. Just didn't like that one at all. What are some other ones? My mom's favorite is chocolate and marshmallow. She likes that. Some people like chocolate and peanut. I also like chocolate and peanut. I like the sweet, sweet chocolate and a little bit of salt. I like that combination a lot. So I like that, Some people like chocolate covered fruit, Some people find that a treat, So that's something that, maybe some people like. And so a little bit of an introduction. I am Chef Val. If this is the first time you've ever watched my video, I have been teaching healthy, organic, vegan cooking classes for 27 years, and they're based in macrobiotic principles, which means I incorporate the energy of the food when I make my dishes. Okay, so they're very healing to the body, and they feed and nurture organs in your body. Love your cat ears and earrings. Love peanut butter and chocolate. Thanks, Sharon. Yes, I got my cat earrings and my cat ears. And another thing about me, if you have met me or attend any of my cooking classes, you know that I have 5 cats now. And so I'm a big cat person. And I love dressing up for Halloween. Do you guys like dressing up for Halloween? It's one of my favorite things to do. So obviously I have quite a few cat outfits. I also sew. I've been sewing since I was a little girl. So one year I decided to create, and I sewed and made an outfit where I looked just like the original Catwoman from the Batman series. I think the series was in the 60s, Julia Newmar. And so I created a whole outfit and I duplicated her. That was a lot of fun. I've been Gabrielle in the Xena TV show, which is Xena, Warrior Princess, and Gabrielle was her redheaded sidekick. And so since I have red hair, I created the Gabrielle costume. I've been a dressed up woman from Downton Abbey, where I had this fancy dress and I wore gloves because I love Downton Abbey too. And one of the recent costumes that I created was my I Dream of Jeannie costume, where I was imitating Barbara Eden. And again, I sew. So I made that whole outfit and I was all in pink and I was dressed up as I Dream of Jeannie. So that was a lot of fun. I've done other things too. Like I love being a hippie from the 60s and stuff like that. I like to dress up the dog as long as it isn't too uncomfortable for him. Oh my God, Sharon, I understand that. I like to dress up my cats too. Now, the 5 cats I have right now, they don't necessarily cooperate with me the way that my previous cats, Angel and Fairy, did. In fact, my all-white cat, Angel, he actually used to let me put outfits on him. He was an adorable cat, and I loved him. And I had him for 23 wonderful years. But now I have 5 cats, and I do have a little witch's hat that I will be attempting to put on them tomorrow and try and get pictures of that. So that'll be fun. All right, so I digress. Let's get started cooking. All right. So we're gonna, I hope you all know that sugar is terrible for you. And Halloween, there's all this candy out there, and you're supposed to be, handing out candy and all this other stuff, which I have some suggestions of things that I hand out. I'm going to get to in a little bit here. Just a little bit. I'm going to talk about that too. But so we tend to, even though we're adults and we're not kids, we tend to want to have more candy around Halloween, right? But we don't want to eat that sugar, right? So we want to eat some healthy treats. So these are treats that you can make for yourself. But if you have kids, you could also make these treats for the kids. And I think the kids would really like them also. Okay. So first of all, let's move over here to the stove. And I'm going to show you some stuff that I have here, some ingredients. All right. So we're going to use some chocolate chips, but we don't want to use regular chocolate chips with refined sugar in them. So I use vegan chocolate chips. They're called Enjoy Life. All right. These are the ones that say dark. See the word dark right there? That's very important. Okay. Why is that important? Because when you turn it around and you look in the ingredients, the first ingredient is unsweetened chocolate, which means these chocolate chips have the most chocolate in them. The first ingredient that's listed in your list of ingredients is what is the most abundant ingredient in your chocolate chips. So there's more chocolate in this than anything else. So if you pick up a bag of chocolate chips and the first ingredient is the sweetener, whether it's whatever sweetener you choose, then that means that those chocolate chips are going to be sweeter because the first ingredient is going to be the sweeter, the thing that's making it sweet. So these are unsweetened chocolate and then cane sugar and then cocoa butter. Okay. So yes, oops, I got them upside down. Cane sugar. Yes, I know cane sugar is a little sweet. Some people, still find that too sweet and they don't eat it. That's perfectly fine. I totally understand. Use whatever your favorite chocolate chips are. Okay. Some people get chocolate chips that are sweetened with stevia. I don't eat stevia because it's 300 times sweeter than white refined sugar. So that's just a personal choice. Cane sugar is it's better than white refined sugar because it hasn't been processed as much. Although I must tell you, I cannot eat very much of these chocolate chips. This is a special treat. It's Halloween. We're doing special stuff. Okay. So I don't eat them a lot, so these are the vegan chocolate chips that I use. All right. And we're going to make a chocolate peanut butter treat with these organic rice puff cereal. Okay. These are like Rice Krispie treats, only there's no sweetener in them whatsoever, and they're organic. That's very, very important. Make sure you get the organic version of the cereal because you don't want any chemicals or pesticides on your grains, So you want to make sure you get that. Let's turn it around and read the ingredients. Now, do you all read the ingredients on everything you buy? I sure hope so. I sure hope so because I started doing it like 27 years ago, and I will not buy anything unless I read the ingredients, even though it says organic on the front, which is always great. Love organic, but you do need to read the ingredients. All right, so here we go. Where's the ingredients here? We have whole grain brown rice, organic. That's it. What they did is they puffed the rice so that it's like a cereal, like a crunchy cereal, right? So you can't get any better than this, okay? And there's no added sweeteners. Now, some other puffed rice cereal, when you read the ingredients, they have an added sweetener in it. I don't want to added sweetener. I'm going to add the sweetener that I want. And Sharon says, absolutely. Thanks, Sharon. Yeah. All right. So let's get, let's use the smaller pan for this one. And we're going to get a half a cup of our chocolate chips. Half a cup. Okay. That's it right there. We'll get a close-up going here. Okay, half a cup of the chocolate chips and 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. Now, I use Kirkland organic peanut butter, and if you shop at Costco, you know Kirkland is Costco brand, so it's a really good price. But just like everything else, make sure your peanut butter has no added sweetener in it. And if at all possible, again, I highly recommend organic. I use organic ingredients for almost everything that goes into my body, seriously. And I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. It's so very important. Yes, I know it costs a little bit more, but we don't want chemicals, okay, in our body. The human body was not made to ingest or inject chemicals, okay? So we want to make sure we get organic. All right, we're going to put 1 tablespoon of peanut butter in here like so. And we're going to stay right next to the pan as this melts because these chocolate chips could scorch as they're melting, okay? So I have the temperature on here at a very low temperature. It's as low as it'll go, okay? So here I go. See, it's already starting to melt. Okay, it's already starting to melt. There we go. Okay, it's coming together. See, it doesn't take very long. It just takes a minute to melt. And you want to constantly stirring it now because you don't want the chocolate chips to scorch, okay? And you just go until the chocolate is melted. Now, I'm going to add some of these Rice Krispie Treat cereals to it, okay? Approximately a half a cup. We might have to add more. We'll see, but approximately a half a cup. You want all the crispy cereal to be covered with the chocolate. And you're creating little treats with it, okay? Now, this is just as simple as you can get. Chocolate, peanut butter, and the Rice Krispie Treats. Now, if you look at the pan, there's a lot of chocolate in there, so I think I could add just a little bit more. Not another half a cup. That would be too much. I'm just adding a little bit more of the Krispie Treats to kind of soak up some of that chocolate, all right? Now, some other things that you could add in here. Some other things you could add in here, if you're interested, I have some suggestions. Organic raisins. Some people like organic raisins in chocolate. And I have, what did I do with them? Oh, here they are. How about some toasted, salted sunflower seeds? In fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and just add, what you would add is just like, I just added like 2 pinches of some toasted sunflower seeds. You could also, if you had some toasted walnuts or toasted pecans, I would chop the walnuts or the pecans up because those would be big, right? Big pieces. But I just added some toasted sunflower seeds just to make it a little more interesting. That's up to you. What you know you like and everything, what you could add in there. Now, I did some of these treats earlier so that some of them would be done. These have been in the fridge. These are just chocolate, peanut butter, and the Rice Krispie cereal. That's all that is, okay? Now, this pink tray is a silicone tray, which works really good for making chocolate candies because the chocolate candies don't stick to it. See See how the chocolate candies come off real nice? Now I have this small scoop that I can use to make the candies all the same size. Just take a scoop like so. Okay. If you don't have a scoop, you can just take a spoon and you can just spoon it onto your tray like so, and then put it in the fridge until it solidifies. Okay. And that's it. You could create your own concoction. You could put peanuts also, because this has peanut butter in it. I would grind the peanuts up so they're in smaller pieces, or you could put, the peanuts in there, whatever you prefer. That's fine. All right, I'm going to set this over here, set it aside for a moment. And I'm going to take some of these treats and put them on a tray, like we're serving them or something. Okay. All right, so that's the first treat. All right. Pretty quick and easy and simple, too. Now, that was the treat with the chocolate chips that are sweetened with cane sugar, right? And so maybe you don't want to use cane sugar. Maybe you want a healthier sweetener. And if you've attended any of my cooking classes or have any of my cookbooks or seen any of my videos, you're going to know that my favorite sweetener is brown rice syrup. Now, they call it rice nectar on the label, okay? Suzanne Specialties rice nectar, but it's brown rice syrup. This word right here, genmai, that means genmai is the original brown rice syrup. It's made with whole organic brown rice, genmai, okay? No white rice in this one. Some brown rice syrups, some rice syrups, they might cheat and use a little bit of white rice, which we don't want. So that's why I know Suzanne Specialties is a reputable company. I love their company. Just type into the search bar, Suzanne Specialties. All right, so this is the sweetener I use for everything, okay? My latest cookbook that came out 2 years ago now is Simply Healthy Scrumptious Desserts. Cakes, pies, puddings, special treats, everything made with brown rice syrup, okay? Now, if you have any questions whatsoever about sweeteners and which ones are healthy and which ones are not, I have recently written my blog, brown rice syrup instead of white refined sugar. I'm going to share the screen right now so you can see it. This is the blog that I wrote at the beginning of October. This is October 7th. All right. So one of the questions I get asked the most, my 27 years of teaching cooking classes, is what is the best substitute for white refined sugar? And it's brown rice syrup. Here is a beautiful lemon cake with blueberry icing. The recipe is in my dessert cookbook. Brown rice syrup. Why is it the best sweetener? Because it's made from whole organic brown rice, which is a complex carbohydrate. So the sugar that's in the brown rice, when they cook it down to become a beautiful thick syrup, is maltose. Maltose will never spike your blood sugar level. Okay. Now, another sweetener that is similar to brown rice syrup is what's called barley malt. I adore barley malt, but a lot of people are under the assumption that they have a gluten problem, and so they stay away from barley malt. Although what they really have is a glyphosate problem. But brown rice syrup is your healthiest, okay? Now, my second choice would be maple syrup. Well, here's the website right here for Suzanne Specialties. So if you go to Substack, Valerie Wilson, this is my Substack blog. You can subscribe to my blog. In fact, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you feel so inclined, you can also become a paid subscriber to my Substack blog, just to help support my work and my research into healthy food. So maple syrup is my second favorite because maple syrup just comes from the maple tree. They get the sap, they boil it down, they don't put any chemicals in it, they don't do any crazy stuff like that. Maple syrup does have some minerals, calcium, iron, zinc. So when a sweetener has some nutritional value to it, it doesn't spike your blood sugar level as bad as white refined sugar. So that's why maple syrup is another one that I do use in some of my desserts. But it is sucrose. Okay. Sucrose. If you're diabetic, you might want to be careful about that. Now, occasional sweeteners, I use sucanac in some frosting recipes. Sucanac is a brown, colored, although it's not brown sugar, but it's a brown colored form of sugar, but it hasn't been refined and processed as much as the white sugar. Molasses. The molasses has to be organic, and it has to be black strap molasses because it's darker. And I only use molasses usually around the holiday time, once or twice a year. That's it. Evaporated cane juice or cane sugar. That's what's in the chocolate chips I just used. And again, it's an occasional thing. Date sugar. Date sugar is better than white refined sugar, but it is high in fructose. So you need to be careful of that. Fruit sugar. Again, it's better, but it's high in fructose, and it gets metabolized almost as quickly as white sugar. Honey. I do not use honey. A lot of vegan people do not use honey. It's mostly fructose and sucrose. It is very sweet, although it's better than white refined sugar. Okay? So honey is a better choice. It's just not my personal choice of what I'm going to use. Absolutely not. Never, ever. Some of the worst sweeteners that they claim to be healthy, but are not healthy. Agave. Agave is higher in fructose than high fructose corn syrup. Agave is 70 to 90% fructose. High fructose corn syrup is 55%. Okay. Aspartame and other chemical sweeteners, absolutely not. The body was not made to ingest chemicals. Beet sugar, highly refined sugar from the beets. Okay. 95% of the beets are genetically modified to stay away from it. Coconut sugar. I get asked about coconut sugar all the time. 70 to 80% sucrose, and half of that is fructose. It's almost the same amount of fructose as table sugar. Okay. So other chemical sweeteners, saccharin, all the ones that end in TOL, sorbitol, mannitol, xylitol. If it ends in TOL, it is a chemical sweetener, and it was created in a factory, and the human body was not made to ingest chemicals. Now we have corn syrup, glucose syrup, high fructose corn syrup, maltodextrin, dextrin, maltodextrin. All of these are chemical sweeteners. We don't want them. Stevia is 200 to 300 times sweeter than white refined sugar. Your body cannot digest something that is 300 times sweeter than white refined sugar. Okay? It gets digested in the liver. The same thing with agave. If something is that intensely sweet, it gets digested in the liver. I don't know about you, but I want my food digested in my digestive tract. Monk fruit, 200 to 300 times sweeter than white refined sugar. It's the same as stevia. It's the same as agave. It gets digested in the liver. There is a difference between monk fruit extract and monk fruit sweetener. Monk fruit extract is a mixture of sweet compounds that naturally occur in the fruit. It is created by removing the fruit seeds, then peeling and crushing them to collect the juice. The fruit is then processed to concentrate the sweetener. This result is a highly potent and intentionally sweet liquid known as monk fruit extract. Monk fruit extract is very sweet from the fruit's mogarides, with a sweetness level of 200 to 300 times sweeter than white refined sugar. Okay. Monk fruit sweetener is derived from the monk fruit itself and is made by combining its extract with a small amount of non-GMO erythritol. There's erythritol, TOL, it's chemical. Some of these additives, they also add to it maybe stevia, maltodextrin. So the monk fruit sweetener is not just monk fruit. They may be adding some of these other things. Again, I don't recommend that. Okay. So then I go on to talk about the glyphosate index, which I'm not a fan of. So please go and read this blog. Okay. I'm going to stop screen sharing now. And all right. Let me see if there's any comments. Nope, no comments. All right. So, yeah, so we're making some Halloween treats today. So, I had a problem with Restream at the beginning of this getting started. So, all the people that I asked to tune in and I shared a link to and I created an event on Facebook probably did not join because the link was changed. But all of you that are tuned in, I greatly appreciate this. And if you're watching this later, you're not watching it live, please go ahead and leave a comment, ask a question. I do see your comments and I do answer them. And anytime you interact with the video, hit the like button, hit the share button, leave a comment. It helps with the algorithms, jack up the algorithms. More people are going to see the video, which I greatly appreciate. All right, so let's make another chocolate treat. Okay, you ready? All right, so this one, we're going to go ahead and use brown rice syrup to make this treat. So we don't have to worry about, the chocolate chips that have cane sugar in it. Using the chocolate chip makes it very easy, but we're going to do a little different here, yet it's going to be absolutely delicious. Are you ready? All right, so here's our pan. We are going to take 2 ounces of a 4-ounce chocolate bar. So this is a 4-ounce unsweetened cocoa bar. Break it in half. That'll give you 2 ounces, right? That's what this is, 2 ounces of a cocoa bar. And we're going to put that over the lowest possible heat. We're going to start melting it, okay? Our chocolate bar. Now we're going to take our brown rice syrup, okay? And we are going to add 1/4 cup of brown rice syrup to this. Are you ready? Okay. So we're going to add 1/4 cup of brown rice syrup to 2 ounces of cocoa, unsweetened cocoa. Okay. Now, to me, this is plenty sweet enough. All right. But some people, if you're serving kids or you're serving people that are used to sugar and things like that, you might have to jack up the sweetness just a little bit with a little bit of maple syrup. But you don't need much because this is a very small amount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 teaspoons, just 2 teaspoons of maple syrup to this. To give it just a little bit of sweetness, okay? Because I don't know if you know this, but chocolate, cocoa, is bitter to the taste. It has a natural bitter taste, so you need to add a sweetener to it in order to make it palatable. Now, there are health benefits to cocoa. Maybe you've heard some of the health benefits. It's good for your heart. It's good for your stamina. But the thing is, the health benefits of the chocolate and the cocoa are in the cocoa bean, right? And a long time ago, people used to roast the cocoa bean, which you have to roast the bean in order to make it digestible for humans. But they used to roast it, and they used to create a bitter drink similar to coffee. And that's where you get all the health benefits from. Now, they take that wonderful, healthy cocoa bean, and it's a bitter concoction, and then they add white refined sugar to it, and they make it intensely sweet. And then people eat a candy bar, and they think they're eating something healthy. No. That's not the way it works, okay? So, but if you make your own treat like this, where you can add whatever sweetener you want, hopefully it's brown rice syrup, because that's the healthiest there is, then you can create a healthy version, all right? So, because I absolutely adore peanut butter, I'm going to put peanut butter in this one too. You don't have to. If you wanted to just do it all chocolate, you could do it all chocolate, but I'm going to add a tablespoon of peanut butter to it because chocolate and peanut butter is my favorite treat, okay? So we'll add that in there like so. Now, some people have peanut allergies. So again, you could make this treat without the peanut butter, or you could use an almond butter or any other type of butter. Right. So another thing that you could add to your chocolate Halloween treats are little mini vegan marshmallows. Now, I only use these marshmallows in the summertime, really. If I ever want to have marshmallows roasted over the fire, I don't use the little ones. I use the big ones, obviously. But they are intensely sweet for me personally. So I've used them to create desserts before, and people who are used to desserts that have white sugar in them, they don't think the marshmallows are intensely sweet, and they love them. So this, if you were serving kids, they would really like these marshmallows added to their treat. Let me show you the package. They're Dandies. Maybe you've seen these before. These are vegan marshmallows. Again, they are over the top sweet for me, but they're better than, white refined sugar. So I do use them occasionally in desserts, and kids like them. They'd be kind of fun for, the kids to enjoy the treat. Okay. All right. So that's it. The chocolate melted. How about that? That didn't take very long, did it? Okay. I am going to add the crispy cereal now. I'm going to try just a half a cup first, right? Whoops. Because you might need to add just a little bit more than a half a cup. It just depends. And it also depends on if you're going to add some of the other things to it. I'm going to go ahead and add some of these cute little mini marshmallows to it to make it kind of a fun treat. There we go. We got some mini marshmallows in there. That would be good, huh? Oh my gosh. Already it's looking yummy. I don't think I need anything else. I've got the Rice Krispie treats, the chocolate, the marshmallows. That's gonna be a good one. Okay. And let me get my tray here. All right. Whoops. Let's move this over here. Can you see? Yep. Okay. And what did I do with the scoop? Oh, here's the scoop. All right. So again, I have this nifty scoop, and I can use the scoop to scoop it onto the tray and make these treats like so. Yum. This one's got the marshmallow in it. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to put this in the fridge. Maybe it'll set up in a few minutes before the end of the feed that I'm doing. Okay. We can see what that looks like. All right. Okay, so happy Halloween, everybody. So Halloween, a long time ago, though, really wasn't celebrated by everybody going out and giving a ton of candy to kids, right? Halloween was celebrated in a way that we honored our ancestors and people that are on the other side. And so I still think that nowadays, traditionally, we can do fun things like dress up. You can take your kids trick-or-treating if you want to, or you can create healthy snacks for them here. But still also tomorrow on the wonderful Halloween day, if you could just take a moment and just remember all the dear loved ones that you know that are on the other side. Trust me, they're there. They hear you. And they love you. And the love that they had for you when they walked this earth is the love that they still have for you now. And so just think of them tomorrow. I always think of them and tell them how much I love them. Not just on Halloween, but I do that on a regular basis. But Halloween is a special day where we're supposed to do that. Okay, so I do hand out things to kids when they come to my house. But when I moved into my house over 15 years ago, I think it was like 17 years now, I didn't want to hand out candy. I'm not going to poison kids. I'm not going to give them white refined sugar. And so I started going to the dollar store and picking up cute little toys to hand to the kids. And you may think that, kids just want candy and everything, but think about it. Every house they're going to, they get candy. The response that I have gotten when I've handed out things like little rubber bouncy balls. One year I went and got, this was all at the dollar store, so it really wasn't expensive. They had these cute little, for little girls, they had like jewelry kits, and I opened them up and I took them apart. So there was like, it was all, fake jewelry, but it was funny. There was like bracelets and rings, and there was a tiara. And so the cute little girls, they would come to the door and I would say, what would you want? And they were so thrilled to get like a tiara or a bracelet. And it was all shiny and sparkly. And then, some years and everything, I can get like a package of little toy cars for the boys. So, I've done that. There's lots of stuff at the dollar store. Let me show you what I got this year. Now, another thing that I've gotten in previous years too are these plastic toy, they're just plastic, toy necklaces. And you would think that the girls would go for this. And I have, when the kids come to my door, I just have everything like in a thing. And I was really shocked that quite a few of the little boys chose this. Of course, it's a necklace with skulls on it, so that makes sense. But at the dollar store, there was only, and I got 3 for $1, so that's cool. But this is all there was this year. I couldn't get more, so I was kind of bummed. I'm all excited about this. I think this is so cool. I got the, what are they called? They're the bracelets, the glow in the dark bracelets. That's what I'm looking for. I already like snapped this one, right? And then you make like a bracelet out of it for them to wear, like glow in the dark and everything. Let's see if I can get that in. I don't know. Not doing too good of a job here. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Glow in the dark bracelets. Yeah, so I got like 12 in the package for $1. I got these cool little black cats. They're just made out of felt, and I thought the kids would like that. And then these are cats, but they're kind of like wooden that they can decorate, right? So, being a big cat person, I thought that was pretty cool. And then I know a lot of people look at me and they go, kids don't want pencils and stuff. I'm telling you, when the teenagers come to my door and everything, and I hold up the pot like this, they kind of go, oh, cool, pencil. Because the pencil has this one here has like skull and crossbones and a web on them. This one has a spider web on them, and they have like colored erasers, so they like that. Now this year I also picked up some highlighter pens, so they can choose from those. I have these gel pens, green and blue and all these different colors, gel pens, and they get one, right? And then there was a special package of little pens with a Halloween theme. These are cute, So that's just some of my suggestions. Go to a dollar store and pick up some, different, unique, cool things, little toys. Kids really get excited when they come to my door. They like it. I'm telling you. Because, it's different than all the candy that everybody gets, right? So people do enjoy it. And so, yeah. And let's see, some updates that I have to share with you. If you've been following my channel or you attend my cooking classes, you know that I have been talking about the Porcupine Mountains, which are located here in Michigan. And the Porcupine Mountains are located in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. In fact, look, this is where they are. The Porcupine Mountains are right here in Michigan. Okay? That's where they are. The Upper Peninsula of Michigan. The Porcupine Mountains was voted the most beautiful state park in 2023. in the whole United States. And they are proposing to put a mine right next to the Porcupine Mountains, right next to Lake Superior. So a gentleman that I know, his name is Tom, created a movement called Protect the Porkies. And I share all of this information all the time because I want to preserve this beautiful place. It's a vast wilderness, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's right on Lake Superior. Very quiet. You know, when you go in the middle of the woods and there's nothing there, can you imagine how noisy it's going to be if they put a proposed mine in there? Okay. What are they trying to mine? They're trying to mine copper. But if you know anything about the history of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, all the copper has been mined out of there. They started back in the 1800s and they took it all out. So the amount of copper that they would get from up there is very, very small. So there would be huge, huge piles of waste rock. And the possibility of this waste rock collapsing and falling into Lake Superior is something that we should all be very concerned about because it would contaminate Lake Superior. Okay. So there's a petition for you to sign on the website, Protect Your Porkies. And I'll show you where that is right now. But what's happening right now is they have they're trying to reintroduce the $50 million grant. So earlier this year, they proposed giving a $50 million grant to this mining company. Now, a grant is money that comes from the tax-paying people. So this is my tax-paying dollar going towards a $50 million grant to this mining company to destroy the beautiful Porcupine Mountains that I absolutely love. So I'm totally against this. Now, earlier this year, they held a couple meetings, and people like myself and other people who are very concerned about this, we wrote letters and we voiced our opinion and said, hey, we don't want this $50 million grant given to this mining company. So they took it off the docket. It was gone. Well, guess what? They're trying to reintroduce it now. So let me show you the Protect Your Porkies website so that you can go there and you can find out more about this. Now, even if you don't live in Michigan, you can sign this petition because people come from all over the world to visit the Porcupine Mountains. People come from all over the United States. This is one of the biggest destinations for people to go to, the Porcupine Mountains. People from other countries, like whenever I'm up there and I'm at Lake of the Clouds and everything, there's always people from other countries there because they've heard of the Porcupine Mountains, and it's right here in Michigan. Okay, so here's some beautiful pictures right here on the website. Now, another thing that's that's happening right now is that the Michigan Regulatory Agency is proposing air exhaust permit. Okay, so we want to reject the air exhaust permit also, and there's information about that on the website. And here is tell the Michigan Senate to deny the bid to fund Copperwood with a $50 million grant. Okay. There's links here. What you can do, write a letter, fast action form. This is only going to take a moment for you to fill out this fast action form. And again, even if you don't live in Michigan and you don't want the wilderness destroyed, you can do this. Okay. So there's lots of wonderful things on Protect Your Porkies. You can learn more about what's happening. You can take action by signing the petition. Okay, let's see, where's the petition? Ongoing actions. Okay, subscribe to the email. This is very important. You want to subscribe to the email. You'll be given updates as to what's going on. The audio and video is one of my favorite things. Tom has created some really good videos here to explain exactly what's happening, okay, which we don't want to happen. All right, so that's what's happening with Protect the Porkies. I'm going to stop screen sharing. Okay, and yeah, if you're tuned in and you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put them in the comment section there. Whether you're watching live or you're watching later, I will answer the questions for sure. Let me see if I can screen share this. So this is my Substack that I had up earlier about brown rice syrup. And then if you go down here, here's all the Substacks, other ones that I've written. I've written quite a few blogs about the toxic coating appeal. I think I've written at least 8 or 9 of them. You can go back and you can read them. And then here's the one I wrote when I visited the Porcupine Mountains in August. So I went there and I met Tom, and he took me to the proposed mine site, which is right next to the North County Hiking Trail, which is right next to Lake Superior. So here is Lake of the Clouds, the most photographed place in the whole state of Michigan, which is located in the Porcupine Mountains. And, oh, this isn't the one where I was there. Where's the one from August when I was there? Hold on. That's weird. Where's the one from August? Oh, here it is. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is what they did. Do you see this? They've clear cut all these trees, and they've created this vast wasteland here where they are proposing that the water is going to flow through here, which is completely unnatural to how the water actually flows. There's where I met Tom. It's that you can see it's in the middle of the wilderness. This was the trail that we went down, all the beautiful foliage and everything. And right over here is where they're proposing to put this mine site in. Here's the fence. Just on the other side of that is where all this clear cutting and devastation has taken place. Just terrible. Yeah. So that was my visit to the Porcupine Mountains. All right, I will stop screen sharing. And so that was my update with the Porcupine Mountains. I like to keep everybody updated. I also wanted to mention the Boycott Kellogg's movement. Have you heard of this? Are you familiar with this? Share screen. I just recently wrote my blog at the beginning of the week about this. All right. So did you know what happened in Battle Creek, Michigan on October 15th? Did you know that Kellogg's turned its back on American people and children that want to make their breakfast cereal healthier? A woman called the Food Babe, Vani Hari, collected over 400,000 signatures asking Kellogg's to serve the American people the same cereal they make for other countries using food dyes and colors in their kids' cereal. And Kellogg's basically did not care. So she has started a boycott, cancel Kellogg movement. Did you know that Kellogg cereal that is sold in America has toxic dyes in it, and the Kellogg cereals that they sell to other countries does not contain those toxic dyes? Yeah, that's what the boycott is about. Artificial ingredients. Now, in October 2015, the Kellogg company announced plans to eliminate the artificial ingredients. However, in October of 2023, the Kellogg's company split into 2 separate companies, the Global Snacking Company and WK Kellogg Company. Okay. According to the WK Kellogg Company website, some of its fruit-flavored breakfast cereals, including Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks, feature synthetic food dyes, including red dye 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, and blue 1. So what happened on October 15th was Vani Hari had 400,000 signatures she wanted to deliver to the Kellogg's headquarters, which just happens to be in Battle Creek, Michigan. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't go in person, but I was watching the live stream, and she had over 1,000 people attend this march, and they marched to the Kellogg's headquarters, hoping that somebody in Kellogg's would talk to them. Nobody would talk to them. Okay. And again, all she's trying to do is she's trying to get the cereal that's sold in America to be the same cereal that's being sold in other countries. Other countries don't have these toxic dyes in them. So if Kellogg's can make the cereal healthier with all natural dyes that are made from vegetables and fruit to dye the cereal, why can't they do that for the America? They really need to. The executives refused to meet with, this is a quote from the food babe, Vanny. This is what she said. Their executives refused to meet with any of us, even a Kellogg shareholder and elected officials were denied a meeting to discuss why they sell safer versions of their cereals to other countries without artificial dyes and BHT. This is a slap in every American's face. They do not care about us, and they do not care about their children. Here's a picture so you can see the difference in the coloring. Now, I do want you to know that I do not eat Kellogg's. I haven't eaten Kellogg's in 30 years. I don't eat white refined sugar. I just don't eat refined processed food. But I do understand that a majority of people do. And I totally support Vanny in her boycott, saying that there's no reason that Kellogg's has the ability to make a healthier version and they're not willing to sell it to the American people. I think that's horrible. I think it's atrocious. Okay. So a couple of people that I know have pointed out, well, I don't eat Kellogg's, and, Val, you don't eat Kellogg's. No, I don't. But I still totally support this boycott, and, just let everybody know what's going on. Okay. Just want everybody to know what's going on. So check that out. This is my blog, Valerie Wilson Substack. And I have some upcoming cooking classes. All right. I do teach cooking classes for a living. Okay. So coming to you live on Facebook and YouTube, when I do this live like this, it's a lot of fun. And I greatly appreciate you watching this and commenting and sharing and subscribing to my YouTube channel. But guess what? I don't make any money from this. I make money from you attending one of my cooking classes. And I do create all these recipes from scratch. They're all original recipes that I just created. And I go in the kitchen and I perfect these recipes. These recipes are organic ingredients, whole food ingredients. I don't use anything that's refined or processed. I also use very healthy, healing foods, also based in, again, as I mentioned, macrobiotic principles. So it's very, the energetic of the food and everything is energetically pleasing to your body according to the nature of the season that we're living in at that time. Now, what's coming up in November? Holidays. So I've created an all-new holiday dinner. Wednesday, November 13th from 6 to 9 p.m. Now, you can attend in person if you live near me in Michigan, or you can attend virtually through Zoom. So you have the choice. Now, if you attend virtually through Zoom, which I have a couple people from California and North Carolina who attend my classes virtually, they go out and buy the ingredients and they cook along with me, which is a lot of fun. The people that are here in my house, they're cooking along with me too. Everybody's helping participate, make the funny. Everybody gets involved. And then we sit down and we eat the food we've created. Now, what I've created is a brand new tempeh dish because I've made quite a few loaf recipes in the past. I have many loaf recipes and they're in my cookbooks. But this one is an individual serving that's baked in the oven of a tempeh brown rice, kind of a loaf mixture with a creamy squash sauce in the middle and on top. And then I've created a millet rutabaga white sweet potato mash served with a shiitake mushroom gravy and a side dish that's sweet kale that has pear in it. Okay. So that is the long, it's from 6 to 9. So that's a 3-hour class. So much information in this class. You learn about the health benefits of the food, how to properly prepare the food, how to properly chop vegetables. There's just everything in this class. Now on Thursday, November 21st, this is just a virtual class. This is not in person. I'm going to teach you how to make pumpkin pie, 2 different versions. Okay, because Thanksgiving, you got to have pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is one of my all-time favorite pies. And this is a gluten-free pumpkin pie with a rolled-out crust. I'm going to teach you how to do the rolled-out crust, gluten-free. And then the other pie is a pumpkin apple pie. This is a pressed pie crust. So in this class, you're going to learn how to make a rolled out pie crust and a pressed pie crust, both of them gluten-free. And on top of the 2 pie recipes, I'm going to teach you how to make aquafaba whipped cream. It's my favorite. I don't even, when I was growing up as a kid, I never even liked whipped cream, okay? But I adore aquafaba whipped cream. And obviously it's vegan because everything I do is vegan. That's what I have coming up in November, all right? Now, if you are here in Michigan, in my area, I will be having my annual sit-down Thanksgiving dinner. I've been doing this. I've been teaching cooking classes for 27 years. So I bet I've been doing this for 26 years because I started it very soon after I started teaching cooking classes. This is not a cooking class. You come to my house and we sit down and we have a lovely meal that I have cooked. It's all made from scratch, organic, vegan, whole foods. There are gluten-free options for the stuffing because I make a tofu turkey stuffed with whole grain stuffing. I also make a gluten-free millet sweet potato stuffing, millet mashed potatoes served with onion gravy, a colorful sweet and sour kale dish. I make both cranberry sauce and fig blackberry sauce and pumpkin pie. So this is a sit-down meal. It's $50 per person. That's if you live here in my area in Michigan. And there is the dinner right there. And there I am basting the tofu turkey. Oh, I wait every year for this delicious meal. I know I have some regulars that wait every year for this meal too. All right, so I stopped screen sharing. Now, if all of those recipes sounded absolutely delicious to you from the Thanksgiving dinner, because I've been making this Thanksgiving dinner for over 25 years, all those recipes are in my year-round healthy holiday cookbook. The tofu turkey, the stuffing, the cranberry sauce, the fig blackberry sauce, it's all in this cookbook, year-round healthy cooking. And all you have to do is go to my website, which is macroval.com. Here's my website. Here's the home page. Here is the Thanksgiving dinner. And if you click on the link that says cooking classes, that's how you sign up for the cooking classes right there. If you want to know about my cookbooks, you click on cookbooks, and there's my dessert cookbook, my summer cookbook, year-round healthy holiday dishes that has all of the holiday dishes I just told you about. Plus, I also have dishes for Easter, Mother's Day, Memorial Day, Father's Day. Here's my spring season book. And then I have a vegan kids cookbook and my first cookbook, Perceptions in Healthy Cooking, which still has some of my all-time favorite recipes in it. Okay, I'm going to stop screen sharing. All right. So, so much coming up. I'm so excited about holiday cooking. Every year I get excited about holiday cooking, right? I hope you do too. I mean, holiday cooking, like people who are chefs like myself, we wait all year for holiday cooking because we're so excited about it. I'm going to pull those treats out of the fridge now. Here's the ones with the marshmallows. I'm going to put the ones with the marshmallows on the plate here too, so you can see those. Okay, so these are the marshmallow ones here, and these are the chocolate peanut butter ones that we made first. Okay, so yeah, I hope you get a chance to make these treats. They're just simple, easy, throw them together, but they're going to satisfy your sweet tooth, so you don't turn to all that unhealthy candy that's available right now for Halloween. Thank you so much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. Please go to my website, macroval.com. You can sign up for my newsletter that will keep us connected. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button on the YouTube video. Greatly appreciate that. And please check out my Substack blog. I have a lot of wonderful information there. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, sharing, liking, subscribing. And I hope everybody has a wonderful Halloween tomorrow. Have fun. Remember to make your own healthy treats instead of splurging on the unhealthy stuff. Okay. Until next time. get in the kitchen.